Hi, welcome back if you've already been here with our collective community, and welcome if you are new. My name is Brini, the anarchemist, and for this message, we're going to get into love a bit, okay, because I've been hearing so many love songs. Spirit has been urging me to speak on divine love so that we can move past our pasts, okay? I was hearing Can We Talk? Can we talk for a minute? 'Cause I want to know your name. Anyways, you can be really silly with this person, but what stuck out to me was that line of, I really want to know your name. I feel like this person knows your name. I feel like this person knows you very well. I'm hearing like the back of their hand, but I do feel like there's something significant about your name meaning and their name meaning. So whatever your name means is what their soul is drawn to. Whatever your name means, they want to get to know more of that. It's like they want to know you in your function. They want to know you at your most natural, bare state, your factory settings, right? All the upgrades and the additions and the personas and all that stuff, they love that shit too, best believe. But it's something about who you are at your inception, something about who you are when you first got here. It's like they want to know your birth story. 144 on my time, probably literally, but also your spirit. How did you come to be? Like, who are you? How did this happen? How did this beautiful being develop? They want to get to know you. So yeah, if any channeled messages come up, I will say those aloud. But we got to pull some cards for this one. So we're going to start with the inner child. There is something significant about feeling unsafe where you are. Even if there's no like physical danger, there's something about you feeling like you can't be who you are, where you are. And this person, it's mutual. You both feel like you can be whoever, whatever with each other. You're very aware. I don't like the word careful. You're very aware of the other person to where you never want to do or say anything to offend them. But there's a certain safety and security in your connection where you don't have to walk on eggshells with each other. And anytime that you've been afraid of that, it's been made known to you that it was not a problem. So this is something very pure, very open, very transparent. I feel like there's no grudges being held. I feel a very dreamy feel to this relationship, to where in any realm, in any dimension, you two find each other. You two feel good with each other. You feel safe with each other. If you've met this person in the physical already, when you're with each other, you're okay with silence. You're okay with noise. You're okay with touching. You're okay with not touching. You two are just very accepting of the current state of the other person. Yeah, you two feel very naturally committed to getting to know each other as many times as it takes to make sure the other feels good. There's a big element of pleasure. 144 on the timer. Spirit of all that is spiritual and divine, I am so very grateful to be a messenger and a mouthpiece. I know these messages will reach exactly who they are meant to. May they be clear cut and concise. I cut the deck to my want a snack, you're hangry card. Have a Snickers. What did I just say? However you are feeling, it's a safe space. Like, the other can get cranky. The other can get an attitude. And you two anticipate each other's needs very easily as well. Because there's a natural sense of grace. Yeah. You two have no problem extending grace, forgiveness, time, space, acknowledgement, attention to the other. Look, sharing space. This could be in the cards. Let's see. You're also very big on each other's health. You two are getting ready to learn together. I feel like you both have been learning so much separately to prepare for each other, 252. And now you're... it's like you're coming together to learn joy, to learn more pleasure. I've said it before, the same ways in which you had to learn how to cope and deal with pain, you're learning how to cope and deal with pleasure. Yeah, you guys just... y'all be feeling each other. Like, what's... is that still your favorite color? What you doing? Okay. Very giddy. I feel like your person wants to gift you with something. And your person will also hold you accountable. Okay? And that's the beauty of it. You know, some shit goes wrong. You two have no issue checking each other on the chin because you know it's with love. There's no aggression. There's no shame. You know, there's no fear mongering. There's no disrespect. It's just, you know you was fucked up, right? Okay. I love you, though. So we have put your seatbelt on, sit back in the reverse. If you've never seen me use this deck before, then it's my Forever Young deck. It's a deck about nostalgia and childhood, joys and traumas, and how we can continue to protect and love and show up for our inner children. So, you know, if you've ever been told, sit back, you know, put your seatbelt on. It's in the reverse here. So I feel like, again, in this relationship, you don't have to worry too much about being safe. I'm hearing someone's brake screech. It's like you don't have to worry so much about caution. You know, walking on eggshells, looking around, trying to make sure you don't fuck this up. It's not giving that. And I feel like where you've been feeling like maybe you should take some steps back, Spirit is saying lean forward. Yeah. Okay, my storage went full again. So I'm not even going to acknowledge anything other than the fact that I feel like that is indicative of this attitude. And if you know, you know, the Just For Me Perm was a brand of relaxer that a lot of little black girls, you know, used or had used on their hair. And I have accountability because if you ever hear people joke like, I'd have hair down my back if my mama didn't perm my hair, or I would have this, if it's like an ongoing joke. But also the attitude, because, you know, like Bruno Mars' song says, put some perm on your attitude, girl, you gotta relax. I feel like with the storage going full, again, with you two understanding each other, it's like you need to better identify when you're at capacity so that you don't take it out on your person. I feel like you two are actually very good at that, though. Yeah, and it actually came out. It was on the bottom of the deck. So, again, you hold each other accountable. You know, when you got attitudes, you call it out like, Not you got a little attitude. What's going on? Let's talk about it. 111. Yeah. Be seen and not heard. You two have allowed each other safe spaces to be heard. And it's also that you two are unlearning the need to scout for attention. You know, to have an attitude, for someone to chase after you or to make sure you're okay, or just internalizing the fact that maybe people didn't care about how the fuck you felt when you were a child. Yeah, we have, do you know your ABCs? Back to the basics. Exactly. Y'all know how to bring it back to square one. You know how to bring it home. You know how to break the problem down in a sense where no one feels overlooked. You know, it's like, well, where did that come from? Because I know it's not me. Not in an arrogant way, but in a way where it's like, let's do this together. Can't make it up. Scary basement. Unknown darkness on the bottom of the deck. Love that. Yes. Yes, healthy love. Ooh. I know I'm called to speak about it because we've all had enough of the bullshit. Okay? It's your turn to do the dishes. So I feel like there will be no issue with you two sharing the load, whatever it may be, whether this is actual, you know, duties around the house, or, you know, this is just whose turn is it to reach out, or whose turn is it to, you know, unpack a situation, or whose turn is it to pray over you two as a union, you know, stuff like that. I feel like you two have no issue sharing the load, and it's like a balance of delegation and collaboration. School lunch on the bottom of the deck. What's on the menu? So yeah, this could have to do with duties around the house. You two will have no problem allocating, you know, time and responsibilities to what needs to get done, because you're a team. Whatever needs to get done is getting done. Smoking or non-smoking, preference, separation. Yes. Y'all know back in the day, like, you know, I don't even remember the year that they stopped doing this, but I remember as a child, we would pull up to the Fridays and they'd be like, smoking or non-smoking? You know, so I have preference and separation because the two sections were separate and because you had a choice. So I feel like you two will have easy conversation about what your preferences are, and you'll have clear boundaries about whose responsibilities are whose. Maybe someone hates doing dishes and the other one doesn't really mind doing dishes. Maybe someone likes to cook. Maybe someone also likes to cook, but maybe they're not the best at it. You know, it's going to be easier for you two to share space. Can't make it up. I feel like some of y'all look at interpersonal relationships and romantic relationships like, I could never. Or been there, done that. Yeah, my back is itching. It's like, it would bother you to share space with someone, but this person, I feel like it's clear to you that it would work. Right. But I'm not tired in the reverse. That card to me is like when a child's fighting sleep. You know, when a child is fighting what they need. I feel like that's in the reverse here because y'all won't fight what needs to go down. I feel like you two are down for the cause. Like whatever it may be, y'all are willing to buck up and get it done. And I feel like you two are not going to play about rest. You want each other to be rested. You want each other to be, you know, rejuvenated. There's just this sense of not just nostalgia, but things that you can hold on to that still mean something. We have CDs, VHS, and tapes. Like, y'all have that pure, old school love of longevity and understanding and of, listen, I don't know what the future exactly holds, but I know I want to be holding your hand when we get there. Yeah. Anything else? That went so far. What do you want to be when you grow up? You can be anything. You're going to support each other's dreams. You're going to openly talk about your dreams. Baby, I want to accomplish this. Baby, I want to get this done. And you will not be standing in each other's way. You will not feel slighted that their energy or their intention is going to other places, because you know that them being fulfilled fulfills you as a union. Right? Because if one person's dreams aren't being fulfilled, or one person feels stifled, or one person feels stuck, or, you know, that's not serving both of you. You want each other to be happy. Road trip on the bottom of the deck. Don't forget to print the map quest. If you know, you know. It's like where you all need to go in your own individual purpose will not be delayed or prevented by your person. Basically, this is not going to be your biggest op like you're used to. This is not going to be someone hating on you. This is not going to be someone that's like, you want to do what? Or you gotta go where? All they're going to be asking is, well, what do we got to do to make it happen? How do I need to show up to support you in this? Because so long as I'm good, why not? It's giving me The Rookie with Dennis Quaid. That's my movie. It's such a good movie. But like, in the past, she was okay with him not doing what he loved because it scared her. It hurt him. It took him away from his family, or could have, or whatever the case may be. And then when the opportunity came for him to follow his dream, she held it down. Okay? And it wasn't because she was sacrificing anything. She was good. She let him know, because he was going to pass it up. No, I can't leave you at home. No, I can't. She was like, listen, I'm a Texas-born woman, so I got this. Texas could be significant, but she held it down, not out of spite, no resentment, no attitude. It was just, what do we have to do? Because you deserve to live your dreams, and not only that, you're good. Like, it would be a disservice for me to prevent this from happening, or for you to pass up this opportunity. And it turned out gorgeously for the entire family. So that's definitely significant. You guys could have very big purposes, very big dreams. Like, you need a partner who's going to support that. And you two may hit your peaks at different points in your life. You know, where someone else may need to sit back and hold down the fort while someone else forges forth somewhere else. Or even if it's not physical distance, just a difference in purpose where you need to support them in what they're doing, because what they're doing is serving the world. Your time may come at a later date, but either way, you're both okay with supporting the other. Yeah, you smell like outside. This is someone that, listen, go off and do, go be free, go be, you know, fulfilled. We don't have time to waste. We don't have time to spend not being fulfilled. And if separation is necessary at times, that does not uproot the commitment. Slides you a 20. Shh. This is someone who's just gonna love to give to you. One or two more from this deck. Yeah, we have Jungle Gym. Take the climb. And before the street lights come on the bottom of the deck. You know what? I feel like this energy is more in the reverse for this message, for the simple fact that anything that feels a bit too difficult to do right now is not aligned. You two are meant to be on the downhill right now. You two have climbed enough. Both of you have climbed to the top of individual mountains, and it's time for you to come back down so that you can climb to the next one. And you may be climbing it together. I feel like something is now. I'm hearing time is of the essence. One more from this deck. Blockbuster and Act 2 popcorn and Raisinets and Twizzlers too. You get it all with this person. You ever been a Blockbuster with your parents or your caregivers or whatever, and you got to get a movie, a game, snacks, a ring pop, some fun dip, some popcorn? Like, I just feel like, I know, because I feel it so strongly. Like, aww. We have skipping rocks, fond memories, honesty, and you are supported. Like, this person just wants to give you everything. I am not going to cry. I cut the deck to childhood best friend, history, and bonding. This is someone you feel like you've known your entire life if you have not. 1041 on the time. You have a very, very special bond. I'm trying not to cry. Let's move on to another deck. Okay? If you have yet to hit that like button, hit that shit. Stop playing with me. And of course, if you would ever like more detail, you can book me for your private reading. Okay, these are general to the collective community. Only take what resonates for you. Let's get some romance oracles for this energy. Reconciliation. First cut of the deck. So that right here, that energy of separation, I feel like it's coming to an end. Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Hearing that song again. What's it gonna be? 'Cause I can't pretend. Don't you wanna be more than friends? Hold me tight and don't let go. Okay? Chemistry. Y'all know damn well you want to be more than friends. Honeymoon. The next holiday could be significant. These messages are timeless, so whenever you're watching this, the upcoming holiday could be significant. I feel like the next one in the present moment is Labor Day. Don't quote me. I don't keep up with the holidays much. Yeah, very soon. Spirit of all that is spiritual and divine, what are the messages for this connection? That was quick. Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. And we had the bonding card here somewhere. Or I saw it. Either way. The more you two get to know each other, the closer you become. And like I said, this is an energy in a relationship where you'll never stop getting to know each other. You'll never stop reintroducing yourselves because you're safe to do so. And the beautiful part about it is it's because you two are constantly evolving and changing. You're not stagnant people. This is where, you know, like if you were to separate and come back, you would have to get to know each other again because, you know, you were changing during that time. Okay, I have to give the messages I get. I'm seeing ED in the word tired in the reverse. So I feel like if someone maybe struggles with that, they don't struggle with that with you. They don't struggle with that with you. What else, Spirit? Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. I feel like before you two were to reunite, there needed to be a lot of healing when it comes to how you were raised, what you learned about commitments and relationships, 1414, and just the ways in which you experienced the opposite energy or the opposite sex or the opposite gender. Yeah, release your ex on the bottom. The time has come to clear your energy. So just lots of past energies being cleared out to make way for what this is meant to become. And you're meant to stay optimistic at this time. It says positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Stay optimistic about your love life. So wherever you were kind of feeling like, oh, this is never going to happen. Oh, this is never going to come together. You need to stay optimistic. Because I feel like you're at the very last leg of this race. And it's like, you don't want to mess it up now, do you? Exactly. Exactly. This could be the one in passion. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. And there's that heart-to-heart conversations again on the bottom. And sticking out says stirred your romantic feelings. So there could have been 1528. 528 hertz frequency is significant. But it could be that you really started to fall for this person through conversation. Like the way you conversed with each other, the way you shared your feelings, the way you shared the things in which you were experiencing, whatever the case may be. That's what really made you feel for this person and vice versa. So where in the past it could have been, you know, material things or physical things. And I just got a notification of my own words. You cherish life by choosing to live it, not exist in it, not just doing it, being on autopilot. You cherish life by choosing to live it. And I feel like you guys want to live it together. Yeah. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. You both love that the other is just very serious about self. Very self-loving, very self-advocating, very self-involved and self-aware. It's kind of like that makes it impossible for there to be unrequited love here or for you to quit on this. And then the card slid down to reveal very soon. You're going to see that this, cut the deck to attraction. You're going to see very soon that this has not at all been unrequited. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. I may come back with a part 2 on this, but for now, I'm going to plant this message here. I'm genuinely always wishing you all well in accordance with your highest good. Never shoot the messenger because my ancestors will pop that ass back. And until next time in divine time,